Oh, okay, Shane, we are connected. We're going to start here in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Giving you the opportunity to sync up, Shane. Start in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Those of you tuning in here on AudioSportsOnline.com. I'm Rob Kendall. Lex Zorn also with me this evening as we are set to bring you Avon and Plainfield varsity basketball on AudioSportsOnline.com. We are syncing up with our FM radio feed. Okay, Shane, I'm going to... we got 1 minute. I will go silent for 10 seconds, and then we will start the ads. The billboard, and then we'll take it. So I'll give you a countdown on 10 seconds. We'll do the billboard, and then we'll begin. And just go ahead and text me and let me know how we're doing. We welcome everybody in on AudioSportsOnline.com tonight. I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn, syncing up with our FM radio broadcast, and we'll be bringing you high school basketball here momentarily. All right, 20 seconds, Shane. When I say 10 seconds, we'll go silent, and it'll be 10 seconds from then. 10 seconds.
It's time for Hendricks County High School basketball on 98.9 WYRZ. Tonight's game is underwritten by Prestwick Pet Sitters, Raymond's Alignment Service, Wings Etc., Impact Restoration, Wicker Construction, El Cerrito, Stoops Buick and GMC in Plainfield, Heat and Cool of Danville, Ivy Tech, Dave Dan's Carpenter Realty, Blue River Pharmacy, Rockstar Pizza, and Westside Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Thank you for listening to Hendricks County.
Well, good evening, basketball fans. We welcome you in here on WYRZ 98.9. I'm Rob Kendall. Thanks for joining us tonight as your season begins with the Plainfield Quakers playing host to the Avon Orioles. I'm joined tonight by Lex Zorn from Plainfield High School, and we got about 17 minutes up on the clock. Lex, a late beginning for this one because of the triple header that was going on here today. We had the boys freshman game that began in this gym, followed by the girls varsity game, which Plainfield was victorious, and now we have boys varsity basketball action here on WYRZ 98.9. It's great to be with you, and what better than high school basketball to have a Thanksgiving Eve, right?
Yeah, what a great tradition it is. Like I was saying during the girls game that we started off with, the girls often, start the season, about a month before the boys. But, for so many years, Thanksgiving Eve has here in Indiana has been the start of basketball season, especially for the schools that have football teams, like obviously Plainfield does. So, almost everybody's off of work tomorrow. We've got a really nice crowd here in the gym. I'd say we already have, somewhere in the neighborhood of half capacity, and they're still filing in at a steady pace. And what an extravaganza they had here today. 6 games here. We just saw the 10th-ranked team in the state, on the girls' side with a really nice 50-37 win over Avon. Now the boys' team's about to play. And Plainfield's entering this game with a lot of high hopes. This is the 4th season for Andy Weaver as head coach. It's often felt that that the 4th year is really the litmus test for a coach to see what kind of progress he's made. Well, Andy Weaver, when he took over 3 years ago, the Quakers were coming off a 1-20 season. Now in his first 2 years, they went 5-6, 5-6, and 6-17. And, the year before he got here, their average margin of loss was 18 points. And last year, they were outscored only by 9 points a game. And keep in mind, they return the entire starting lineup from that roster. So this is a team that, is going to have a very good chance to win a lot of the close type losses that they had, a lot of the close games they had last year. So, that extra year of experience is invaluable, and it looks like Plainfield is primed to have their first their first winning season since 2009 and get back to that, winning tradition they had. They had 10 winning seasons in 12 years from 97 to 2009, capped off by the 1999 Class 3A state championship, and they're trying to get back to that kind of tradition.
All right, well, what we're going to do here is we're going to take a moment to thank our underwriters, and then Leck and I will be back with Hendricks County High School basketball, Avon and Plainfield from Plainfield High School, coming up here in just a few moments on AudioSportsOnline.com, WYRZ 98.9.
County High El Cerrito, offering Mexican food in Plainfield, Indy, and Avon since 2013. They're located at 140 Perry Road in Plainfield. Hendricks County Estate Buyers, on the corner of Odell and East Main Street in Brownsburg, buys gold, silver, coins, and more. They also deal in complete estate and household liquidations. More information can be found at HendricksCountyEstateBuyers.com or by calling Justin at 286-3652. Impact Restoration, providing restoration for fire, flood, wind, and hail damage. Their phone number is 268-6375. Prestwick Pet Sitters has provided in-home pet care for over 20 years in Plainfield, Avon, and Danville. Their website is PrestwickPetSitters.com, and phone number is 745-9900. Raymond's Alignment Service, auto and truck repair center since 1995, is located at 3828 Clarks Creek Road in Plainfield. Their phone number is 838-7112. Rockstar Pizza is located at 922 East Main Street in Brownsburg. Their phone number is 858-1188. Rockstar Pizza has pizzas, oven-baked subs, wings, salads, and more. A menu can be found at their website, rockstarpizza.net. Rockstar Pizza is a proud supporter of Hendricks County High School basketball. Stoops Buick and GMC in Plainfield on Highway 267 is also a proud supporter of this Plainfield basketball broadcast. Westside Plumbing, Heating, and Air offers residential heating and air conditioning maintenance, repair, and replacement. Their phone number is 445-8399. More information can be found at westsideplumbing.net. Westside Plumbing, Heating, and Air is a supporter of WYRZ Community Radio. For more than 2 decades, Wicker Construction has handled building, remodeling, and insurance repairs. Their phone number is 839-8353. Wings Etc. is located at 1818 East Main Street in Plainfield. Their menu can be seen at wingsetc.com. Their phone number is 406-3250.
Well, welcome everybody back here on AudioSportsOnline.com, WYRZ 98.9 FM. I'm Rob Kendall, joined by Lex Zorn from Plainfield High School, where we are getting ready for the tip-off of the 2015-2016 campaign as the Quakers of Plainfield play host to the Orioles of Avon. As we said, Plainfield will be the home team on the scoreboard tonight. They will wear the home whites, red letters and numbers, and Avon will be the visitors. They'll wear the gold, road blacks, gold letters and numbers. And Leck, I'll tell you what, that was an exciting first game we saw as the Plainfield Lady Quakers were victorious over the Avon Orioles in girls varsity basketball action.
That's right. Lady Quakers ranked number 10 in the state. They improved to 7-0. They had a tougher time than expected, but give Avon credit. They came in at 0-4, but they believed they could do it, and they led at the end of the first quarter. Then really largely got blown out in the second and third quarters, but then in the fourth quarter, when a lot of teams would have given up, they fired back, got the lead down to 9 before falling by 13. Nevertheless, a great win for Plainfield. We had Riley.
Lex grabbing his stats there from the first game.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we had Riley Blackwell really with a dominating inside performance for a lot of the games, scored 19 points. And then we had in addition, Kayla Castile, really shot well, had a couple of big three-pointers, ended up with 16 points. And so, yeah, and I'll tell you, that was really quite an adventure in commentary, since we, just found out a few minutes before we went on the air that we were actually going to be doing that game rather than the boys JV. But, I'm not complaining at all. It was a great experience to see a top 10 team in action like that. And like I said, it was great that a lot of these people who came to see the boys team got treated to a top 10 team, and that the girls were really
Let's go ahead and thank Shane Ray back in the Hendricks Power Cooperative Studios for doing his great job, pressing all the buttons, making sure we get on the air tonight. We got about 9 minutes up on the clock for those of you tuning in. This is a tradition in Central Indiana where we have Hendricks County High School basketball tips off for the boys the eve of Thanksgiving. We're so thrilled that you have joined us tonight to bring you Hendricks County High School basketball action. And both teams out on the floor now going through their pregame warm-ups. I'll tell you what, Leck, if you can do this, I'm going to try to run down there real quick, get our starting lineups for tonight's game if you've got some content.
Of course, yeah.
And I will be right back and hopefully have that information for our listeners.
Yes, of course. Well, I'll tell you, Avon, like I said, Plainfield returns all of their starters from last season. And so definitely, after all the close losses they had last year, that's the kind of game that you expect a more experienced team to be winning, when they get that extra year under their belts. When you have a really close game, most of the time it's the most experienced team that wins the game. So last year, these young Quakers really were on the short end of a lot of close games. Now they're trying to reverse that this year. Their leading returning scorer is Nick Mills, who averaged 16 points a game last season, along with 6.1 rebounds. Nathan Mills, excuse me, and he's now. Sorry, did they change his number here? But anyway, then also they have, a lot of other great talent. They also have Gavin Ritter, who's a junior wide receiver for the football team, 6'2", 170, who's glad to have him on the varsity squad this season. And then also returning, we have Max Kurkowski, who's a 6'7", forward, now a senior. And he averaged 12.3 points and 5.9 rebounds a game last season. So then in addition, also returning, we have Reese Crawford. He's a senior now, 6'2", 170, averaged 6.2 points a game. And in addition, Bryson Ellis returning, averaged last year as a junior, averaged 4.7 points a game, and they'll be looking certainly for him to step up to the next level this year. So really, when you look at the pieces they have returning, certainly that's they're entering the season with a lot of promise, and we're going to be bringing you the entire home schedule here for Plainfield boys basketball. Today we had the boys girls varsity doubleheader. As far as we know, all of our remaining dates here will be boys varsity, junior varsity doubleheaders.
All right, well, here we go, Leck. Here's our starting lineups for tonight's game for the Plainfield Quakers. They'll be the home team on the scoreboard. Number 4, Jarrett Hufford. He's a junior, 5'9". Number 11, Tyler West, a junior, 6'2". Number 31, Max Kurkowski, a senior, 6'7". Number 33, Gavin Bizot, a sophomore, 6'9". And number 44, Connor Brenz, a junior, 6'6". So they go 6'9", 6'6", 6'7" across the front line. That's pretty impressive for the Plainfield Quakers.
Yeah, it is, and that's certainly going to be helpful a lot. And, still, like I said, they're certainly expected to be a much improved team this season. But, yeah, when you look at all the non-seniors who they still have in their starting lineup, like with the girls who only have 2 seniors on their top 10 ranked squad, that really says a lot about what kind of future Plainfield basketball has for both the boys and the girls. And so we're hoping to see a lot of exciting action this year. And, certainly that kind of front line that you mentioned, like while you were gone, I mentioned Kurkowski, having had a very strong season last year as a junior. Certainly it'll be great for him to have that kind of extra size to give him some help on the boards with those 2 younger guys in Bizot and Brins.
All right, well, let's take a look at the Avon Orioles. Plainfield has made its way to the locker room. For the Avon Orioles, number 4, Hayden Crowder, 6'1", a junior. Number 12, Andrew Short. Short is 5'8", a junior. Number 20, Evan Loudon. Loudon, 6'1", a junior. Number 22, Antoine Clifton, 6'3", a senior. And number 24, Sean Moore, 6'4", a senior. So a decided height advantage, Leck, at least in the opening act for Plainfield over the Avon Orioles.
Yeah, and Avon has had some really big teams in the past, but not so much this year. Of course, that's the one thing. Frank Layden, the old coach of the Utah Jazz, says you can't coach height. Sometimes you have tall, the tall kids at your school. Sometimes you don't. You just got to make the most of whatever you have. But certainly great fortune for Plainfield that they've got a couple of new guys on the varsity this year who have that good size. Like I said, can take some of the pressure off of Kurkowski on the boards. Who didn't have he rebounded well last year as a junior, but didn't have as much help as he's likely to have this year. So now we got 3 minutes left on the pregame clock. Fans continue to file in here. It's 8:14. So these fans are definitely psyched and ready for the start of the season. It looks like this is going to be Plainfield's best team, at least in 7 years. And, the wins haven't been as plentiful so far in the Andy Weaver era as a lot of people hoped. But if you haven't noticed the progress, you haven't been paying attention. When you look at what this program was when he took over 3 years ago to what it is now, it has come a long way.
All right, well, let's take a recap again of the starting lineups for tonight's game. For the Plainfield Quakers, the home team, it'll be Hufford, West, Kurkowski, Bizot, and Brins. For the Avon Orioles, the visitors, it'll be Crowder, Short, Loudon, Clifton, and Moore. Should be noted that 2 guys, at least according to this list, Loudon and Clifton, are not returning letter winners from last year for the Avon Orioles. So as we talked about, not only size but some experience issues as well. And I'll tell you what, good crowd tonight for opening night. Always a lot of people out traveling. But a good crowd, of course. Short drive for the folks from Plainfield or from Avon. Plainfield crowd near getting full on their side. It is jersey night for the students, as they have asked all the students to wear their favorite jerseys. So I've seen everything from Anthony Hardaway to Peyton Manning in the stands. So Plainfield students always very enthusiastic about their basketball, and tonight I'm sure will be no different.
Yeah, you mentioned Anthony Hardaway starred in one of my favorite sports movies, Blue Chips, the great college basketball drama starring Nick Nolte and Shaquille O'Neal. Had a nice cameo there from Bob Knight as well back in his glory days. But, yeah, it's great to see this crowd here the night before Thanksgiving. I know a lot of people are on the road, but, the people who aren't, most of them don't have to work tomorrow. So hopefully a lot of them will continue to come out here. And those who got here early, Rob, they really got a lot of bang for their buck. 6 games for the price of 1. Where can you get that kind of value in today's sports market?
Well, so, we as the Plainfield Quakers come back onto the stands now, and we want to thank Leck for he'll be running the camera on the Audio Sports Online side of things. So thanks for doing that. And here in just a moment, we're going to have basketball. Plainfield, as we said, they'll be the home team on the scoreboard. They'll wear the home whites, red letters and numbers, very traditional Plainfield jerseys that we've all seen many, many times over the years. Avon yet to come out. Here come the referees. And here in just a moment, I'd imagine we're going to have our national anthem and then we will have our starting lineups, and then we'll have high school basketball.
Yes, indeed.
So there's the buzzer. Plainfield on the sidelines. We have not seen Avon yet. They are asking everybody to stand and play the national anthem, so we assume we'll see the Orioles. Oh, here come the Orioles in the road blacks, gold letters and numbers. They're now on their respective sideline as well, and now we will pause for the playing of the national anthem.
I got the same girl coming back, looks like. Good. Well, thank you. You know, that girl also sang the national anthem at the girls' game, so, you know, really got a great voice. Usually it's the band that plays it, so it's nice to hear a solo vocalist for a change.
Well, and a very interesting, Plainfield's gym. It is the newest gym in the county.
Really?
Well, I believe Plainfield High School was built in 2008. It is different from the newer gyms in Brownsburg and Avon, which have the corner press boxes on the second floor. Avon directly above, or Plainfield rather, directly above your center of the court. Great view, and the band is right next to the patrons. So very interesting. Going through our starting lineups now for tonight's ball game. Again, for the Avon Orioles, it is Crowder, Short, Loudon, Clifton, and Moore. And we are on the Plainfield side of things, so I imagine this thing will get real loud real fast.
Yes.
Once Plainfield comes out, and here we go. Again, if you are just tuning in tonight, I'm Rob Kendall, joined by Lex Zorn here on 98.9 FM WYRZ, Hendricks County's hometown radio voice. Great to have you with us as we tip off Hendricks County High School basketball action as the Plainfield Quakers play host to the Avon Orioles. For the Plainfield Quakers, it'll be number 4, Jared Hufford, 11, Tyler West, 31, Max Kurkowski, 33, Gavin Bizot, and 44, Connor Brenz.
I'll tell you, looking at the JV roster, I see a Brayton Viinger. You know, I went to school. I had a classmate named Greg Viinger down in Madison. I wonder if that's his son. So I'll have to ask him. So
there we go. Both teams have been introduced, and we are just about ready to get this thing underway tonight here on AudioSportsOnline.com and 98.9 FM WYRZ. Avon will move from left to right on your radio dial, and it will be number 24, Moore, to tip it up for them. Plainfield to move from right to left, and man, does Plainfield look bigger than Avon as they come out on the floor. Kurkowski will do the tip for the Quakers.
Indeed. So, you know, they got to take advantage of that size, and, you know, I'll tell you, you know, coming off 6 consecutive losing seasons, opening the season with a win over your county rival, that'd be a great way to start.
There's a tip. It's controlled by the Orioles. And they will move from left to right, throw it around the horn. It'll come all the way right side over to Crowder. Crowder now flips it back to Moore. Moore takes it to the left block, pass underneath the basket, skips it around. It comes right side. 3 ball from Short is up and good. And Andrew Short from the right wing makes it a 3-0 Avon lead. Plainfield with the ball. Gets it across the full court press. That's West with it. West flips it back up top over to Hufford. Hufford has it, dribbling, flips it up. Comes over to number 11, West. West with it back to Hufford. Hufford with the ball. Picks up the dribble. Nowhere to go. Flips it off over to Kurkowski. Kurkowski high on the left wing. Takes it to the left block. On his way to the basket. He's fouled. And he will, they'll say, out of bounds. Non-shooting foul that time for Plainfield. And the big guy, Gavin Bizot, 6'9", a sophomore, will throw it in from the left wing. Bizot trying to get it in, flips it into Kurkowski, puts it on the block, goes up, has it knocked away, loose ball. Avon comes out of there with it, and here comes Short, running back the other way. Short gets it to Moore on the right wing. Moore dribbles, picks it up, now comes back up top to Short. Short, all the way around the horn, it comes over to Crowder. Crowder back to Loudon. Loudon fires a 3, it's up and good. 2-3, 6-0, 6:55 to play in the first quarter of action. Plainfield gets it across the timeline. Comes over to 44, Brenz. Brenz down inside. Shot up from Bizot, no good. He'll draw the foul, and will go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, it's a fast start there by Avon, hitting a couple of threes right off, and, you know, that's definitely a great way to counter the size advantage if you got guys who can stick it from the outside.
Yeah, just a massive size advantage for the Plainfield Quakers out there, but not letting that bother them as Avon, as they have quickly jumped out as the first free throw is good from Bizot. And it is now, with 6:45 to play, a 6-1 ball game. Second free throw up, it's no good. Rebound, Kurkowski in the lane, goes back up, and then puts it up and in for 2. And Max Kurkowski cuts the lead in half at 6-3. Avon with the ball now across the timeline. Avon flips it off over to Crowder. Crowder flips it left side all the way over to Moore. Moore back up top, it'll come to Clifton. Clifton dribbles, ball kicked away, not called, loose ball picked up by Kurkowski. Here comes Plainfield running back the other way. Kurkowski lost the handle on the ball, stolen by Avon. Short has it, takes it to the left side, lays it up and in for 2. 8-3 the score as Avon steals one away from Plainfield. Full court press by the Orioles, gets it to Kurkowski. Kurkowski ahead to Bizot. Bizot back to Kurkowski, dribbles in, has it knocked away, loose ball, foul called on Avon. 6:03 to play, first quarter of action. It's 8-3 in favor of the Avon Orioles. Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn coming to you tonight from Plainfield High School. Welcome those of you tuning in tonight on 98.9 WYRZ, also on audiosportsonline.com. Pass up top. Comes to Hufford. Hufford dribbles right side, guarded closely by Short. And now there's a whistle and another foul, and this is on Short. So Avon racking up the fouls early on, already 4 personal fouls on the Avon Orioles.
Definitely, if you're Plainfield, you hope they keep that up, especially the guys who are the sharp shooters. So, you can take advantage more of your size.
Inbound comes to Hufford. Hufford with the ball. He'll dribble it up across the timeline. Takes it all the way to the left side. Dribbles, picks it up, comes back up top. Ball will come all the way around into Kurkowski. Kurkowski jumper in the lane. Up, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Short. Here comes Avon running back the other way. Ball left side to Crowder. Crowder on his way to the basket, and he is fouled. It'll be a non-shooting foul, blocking foul on Plainfield. It's 8-3, 5:36 to play in the first quarter.
A really fast start with Avon, and definitely coming off.
There's a quick inbound over to Short. Short back up top, it'll come. Crowder with it, dribbles, restarts the offense. Plainfield in a man-to-man defense. Ball comes left side. Now back up top, center of the floor. Dribbling to the elbow, running jumper from Clifton up, no good. Tipped up and in for 2 from Clifton. And Avon extends the lead to 10-3, 5:14 to play in the first quarter. Full court press again from the Orioles. Plainfield breaks it. Kurkowski dribbles right side over to Bizot, down inside to Brenz. Brenz goes a block from behind. Big block by 21 Clifton, and it'll be Plainfield ball out of bounds.
That was a big-time defensive play there. He blocked that one with authority.
Bizot to throw it in under his own basket, looking, trying to get it in, nowhere to go, comes up with it. Now does get it in, back to Bizot on the wing, up top to Hufford. Hufford looking, gets it up top to West. Avon also in a man-to-man defense. West dribbles over to Hufford. Hufford facing up to West, to Kurkowski. Kurkowski dribbles, whistle, foul, and that's another foul on Avon, so they are racking up the fouls, the fifth one already, 4:47 to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, I guess they're trying to make up for their lack of size with, a lot of aggressiveness, but, we'll see if they can avoid getting their key players in foul trouble.
Gavin Collier checks into the ball game for the first time for the Orioles. Again, those of you just tuning in tonight here on 98.9 WYRZ, I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn. Plainfield with the ball. They trail it 10-3 early on. Couple big threes set the pace for Avon, and they have held the lead ever since. Hufford with the ball, dribbles, picks it up. Off the hands of Brenz. He was wide open, lost the ball. Avon running back the other way. No foul called, and boy, that was unbelievable. Number 21, Clifton, got drugged down from behind by Hufford, and Plainfield lucky for the no foul call.
Yeah, definitely, and so now inbounds.
There's the inbound. Avon moving very quickly. Loudon with it, flips it all the way left side. It'll come over to 33. That's Collier. Collier gets it over to Short. Short takes it in, flips it in the corner, all the way down to the baseline. Also checking in the game for the first time is Andrew Griffin, number 15. Shot up, no good. Loose ball, another foul called. That's the sixth. So it's free throws for the rest of the half for the Plainfield Quakers.
Well, not even halfway through the first quarter. You don't get in the bonus that quickly very much.
So Plainfield will throw it in. There's the inbound. Up across the timeline. Comes to Brenz. Brenz in the corner to West. West to Hufford. Hufford restarts the offense. To Kurkowski, running jumper up, no good. Loose ball tipped up, pulled down, and now we're running back the other way. Here come the Orioles. Griffin running jumper. It was partially blocked by Brenz. Back the other way. Here comes Plainfield. Plainfield with the ball. Kurkowski's bumped, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Max Kurkowski, pushing off on the Avon defender. Avon with the ball, 3:25 to play, and a whistle and a foul on number 3. They're going to get Keegan Motter, a senior, 5'11", in the ball game for the first time. Motter hit with the foul. Also checking in Bryson Ellis for Plainfield, 6'2", a senior. 3:25 to play.
After the high-powered offensive start, teams are really starting to shoot coldly.
Pass inside, little hook shot up, no good. That was 52, Ryan Dickerson, and that was no good. 3 ball, Kurkowski no good, and a whistle and a foul, and they're going to get Bizot coming up over the back. You know, like if it'd make it easier for you, you can flip that screen down. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, thanks very much. It's my first night working the camera, so hopefully I'll do a good job for all of you watching online.
Plainfield now with the 4th team foul. 3 minutes to play.
Oh, it's much better.
First quarter. Short flips it over to Griffin, and Griffin lost the handle on it. It'll sail out of bounds, and that ball will belong to Plainfield. 2:58 to play in the first quarter. 10-3. We've had a scoring drought on both sides now.
It's about 3 minutes now, yeah. Because Avon, they hit a couple threes right off the bat, but they've really gone ice cold since.
I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn, bringing you tonight's play-by-play action of Hendricks County High School basketball on 98.9 FM WYRZ. Ball comes over right side as Motter will face up. Gets it to Bezeau. Looking down inside, trying to find somewhere to go with the ball. Doesn't have anything. Now flips it back up top. Plainfield resets the offense. In the ballgame, Reese Crawford, a senior, also for Plainfield. So a bevy of substitutes in as Hufford and Bezeau, the lone starters in there now. Long three ball up, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Avon. Orioles push back the other way. Short has it, quickly knifes into the lane, and on his way to the basket, he is fouled. And that'll be the 5th foul on the Orioles. I'm sorry, on the Quakers.
Yeah, very, very foul-oriented game. I wonder, what the all-time record is. I think we're on our way there.
Well, it's interesting you said that because both of these teams are going to be shooting free throws for a good portion of this contest tonight, at least in the first half.
Yes, that's correct.
Avon with the ball. Now dribbling, making it in the lane all the way to the hole and laying it up and in for 2 is Evan Loudon. So Loudon scores. The lead is 9.
Yeah,
Nice.
Loudon with 5, along with he and Short tied for the lead with 5 each.
And now a whistle and a timeout's going to be called by Plainfield. Andy Weaver wants to spend a 30-second timeout. It's 12-3 with 1:55 to play here in the first quarter of action. And, Leck, I'll tell you what, Avon has done a nice job of neutralizing that size advantage for Plainfield.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They hit a couple of early threes, and that really, is able to, really get that was really able to, catch the Quakers off guard, from their usual defensive plan, and so definitely if they can keep on hitting from outside, if Avon can keep hitting from outside, then that's going to really make it tough for the Quakers, and on offense they're just going to have to get the ball as much as they can down to their guys inside, and of course obviously Avon will be.
There's a steal, an anticipation steal off the inbound by Evan Loudon. Andy Weaver's not going to be happy about that. Now a steal away as Collier lost the handle of the ball. Ball's on the floor. Loose ball fought for. Jump ball called. And the possession arrow points to Plainfield.
Had a lot of jump balls in that girls' game.
Yeah, we did. It's been a long day for us. We went through the girls' game, and now we are ready for, in the midst of a great Hendricks County boys basketball matchup here on 98.9 FM WYRZ.
Yeah, great regional rivalry to start the season with.
And there's a bump and a foul as Bryson Ellis had the ball.
1:32 to go. And now Quakers trying to add to their mere 3 points here in almost the first 6.5 minutes. Definitely hoping to, improve their offensive firepower with a wide margin.
Free throw up, no good. That was 32. Ellis at the foul line, missed the front end of the 1-and-1. They are now in the bonus. It was a 7th-team foul on the Orioles. Avon with the ball. Collier flips it around. Over to number 20. That's Loudon. Loudon has it. Plainfield looks like they've switched into a zone here, Leck. Yeah, they have. 2-3 zone.
Yeah.
3 ball from Collier. It's an air ball. Kurkowski pulls down the rebound. Plainfield comes running back the other way. Motter with the ball.
Minute left.
Over to Hufford. Hufford a 3. It's short. Loose ball tipped up. Ellis ends up with it. Back to Motter. Motter has it. Gets it over to Ellis. Ellis around the horn to Hufford, left side. Hufford picks up the dribble. Comes up over to Motter. Motter flips it back over to Hufford. Hufford. Right side it comes to Kurkowski. Kurkowski back to Motter. Motter dribbles in the lane, picks it up at the foul line, now passes to Kurkowski right side. Kurkowski takes it out of the block, floating jumper, no, gets the rebound, puts it up and in, off the glass for 2. Max Kurkowski cuts the lead to 12-5. Avon back with the ball now.
Sorry, go ahead.
And Andrew Griffin with it. Always want to call him Kendall Griffin after his very famous brother who played at Avon. Of course, Andrew, a great football player, played on the very successful team this year and previous seasons. Avon with the ball, 10 seconds to play. In the ball game, Jordan Peterson for the first time. Peterson dribbles all the way to the left side, takes it all the way under the basket, throws it away. It's stolen. Hufford has it. He'll fire at the length of the floor. It's up. It's no good. And 1 quarter in the books. 12-5 the score. Avon leading Plainfield here on 98.9 FM WYRZ. Leck, exciting first quarter of action, and that Avon got the better of.
Yeah, definitely cold shooting by both teams, but Avon did get off to that hot start. and Andrew Short and Evan Loudon, scoring 5 points each. Clifton chipping in 2. For Plainfield, Max Krakowski scoring 4 of the 5 points, and Gavin Bezo the other. So definitely the Quakers need to really establish their inside game here in the second quarter to overcome that slow start, start getting some high percentage shots, and counteract the speed and the shooting ability of these Orioles, who definitely came to play tonight. Avon, like I said, trying for their first winning season since 2009. It looks like very promising with all the players they do return. But, still there's a lot of competition here in Hendricks County as well as around the Mid-State Conference. So it's not a guarantee. They're going to have to really come every night with a good game plan and be ready for whatever their opponent throws at them. So certainly, not the kind of first quarter they were wanting to start the season, but still got 3 quarters to play here tonight. So still plenty of time to get back in this game.
Well, here we go. If you're just tuning in tonight here on 98.9 FM WYRZ, I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn bringing you the play-by-play of tonight's game. Second quarter action getting ready to begin. The Plainfield Quakers trail the Avon Orioles 12-5. Avon will have the ball moving from left to right on your computer screen or radio dial. Don't forget, this game also streaming live at our website, wyrz.org. Short with the ball, gets it to Collier, back to Short. Short flips it left side, 3 ball on the way. It's up, it's short, rebound, pulled down by Kurkowski, and Kurkowski gets it ahead to Hufford. Hufford with the ball. Center of the floor. Flips it off over to Motter. Motter with it, left side. Picks up the dribble, nowhere to go with the ball. Good defense by Griffin, back over to Hufford. Hufford comes right side over to Ellis. Ellis with it. And now there's a steal. Foot race to the basket. Peterson up. No good. Missed the bunny. Tipped up by Griffin. No good. Put back up again in a foul. And it'll be number 4, Crowder, who will go to the free throw line.
Well,
go ahead, Leck.
Oh, yeah, no scoring here in the second quarter yet. Fans still filing in. And, yeah, we've got, as he hits the first free throw there.
Yeah, first free throw up and good from Crowder. Lead now 13-5.
It's Crowder's first point of the game.
Just a reminder, we will be at Avon High School on Saturday night as these Orioles will play host to the Mooresville Pioneers. That broadcast will be heard on 98.9 FM WYRZ. There's the pickup, and loose ball pulled out of there by Hufford. Hufford with the ball up across the timeline. Flips it over to Bezo. Back to Hufford. Hufford to West. West to Hufford, the original 5 for Plainfield back in the ball game, and a travel by Kurkowski on his way to the basket. It'll be Avon ball leading at 13-5 with 6:52 left to play in the first half of action.
It's really exciting that we have so much high school sports now on FM radio here in Hendricks County. So it's a great new development for these the programs at these schools.
Yeah, and special thanks to Shane Ray back in the Hendricks Power Cooperative Studios for pressing all the buttons. That makes it possible for us to remain on the air. We certainly appreciate that. I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn bringing you the play-by-play of tonight's game. Round the horn it comes all the way over to the left side. That's Crowder with it. Crowder picks up the dribble, comes to Peterson. Peterson flips it off over to Short. Short dribbles between the legs, comes up over to Crowder. Crowder puts it on the floor, takes it to the block, left-handed hook shot, up and in. Got it to go. Great effort. And it's now 15-5 in favor of the Avon Orioles. Now there's a steal by Crowder at midcourt. Gets it ahead to Peterson. Peterson has it knocked away. Picks it up. Gets it to Short. Short knifes in the lane. Flips it left side. Crowder a 3. It's up. It's good. And it's 18-5 in favor of Avon.
Well, this is where Dick Vitale would say, better get a TO, baby.
Yeah, and Andy Weaver will do just that. A 30-second timeout. So with 6:02 to play in the first half, it's now 18-5, Leck, and it's been a string of runs for Avon that have given them the lead.
Yeah, definitely disappointing start to the season for the Quakers. Granted, only about a third of the way through this game. But, yeah, certainly they expected a lot more than 5 points in the first 10 minutes, with the incredible size advantage that they have. So that's something, where they're going to have to make adjustments and start taking advantage of that. It's going to be very difficult for them to get back in this game otherwise. But anyway, now you're the buzzer, and Avon returns to the floor now. Plainfield follows suit. 6:02 to go here in the second quarter of the season opening game. The Avon girls they prevailed earlier over Avon 50-37. Now they're going for a sweep of their cross-county rival.
Ball back in. We're ready to go. 5:58 to play. First half of action. 13-point lead for the Orioles. Ball knocked away out of bounds. Avon will match up on defense again as Plainfield retains possession.
Very balanced attack by the Orioles. You have Crowder with 6 and then Short and Loudon with 5 each. It's not, one dominant player.
Kurkowski with the ball in the wing, flips it off over to West. West back to Hufford. Hufford left side, now comes back center of the floor, moves past the defender, takes it all the way, little running jumper up, no good. Loose ball tipped up, comes out of there by Avon. Peterson knifing the other way, flips it in the right corner to Crowder. Crowder to Short. Short a 3, it's no good. Peterson with the rebound, right place, right time, blocked away, a standing block by Brenz, didn't move, and he had such a height advantage that he blocked the ball without leaving his feet.
That was like a Manute Bold move.
Yeah, that was a great effort that time. And Avon now with the ball again. Pass into Short. Short gets it to Griffin. Shot partially blocked. Loose ball out of there. Ball on the floor. Short comes away with it. Avon flips it off. 3 ball from Crowder. Top of the key. Up, no good. Rebound out of there by Brenz. And Brenz gets it ahead to Hufford. Here comes Hufford running back the other way. Across the timeline, over to Brenz. Brenz has it, picks up the dribble. Now comes over to Bizot. Bizot to Hufford, to West. Starting 5 in for Plainfield. Plainfield looking for some sort of spark here tonight. Brenz has it at the foul line, over to West. West back up top to Bizot. Thought about a 3 to Hufford. Hufford open. He'll fire the 3. It's up. It's good.
Boy, did they need that one.
Yeah, Hufford nails the 3. And with 4:40 to play in the first half, it's now 18-8 in favor of Plainfield.
Yeah, that they needed that one in the worst way.
Andrew Griffin with the ball to Crowder. Crowder dribbles back up towards the center of the floor. Over to Short. Short to Griffin. Inside ball tipped away. It was intended for 42 Davis.
Now let's see if they can take advantage of that turnover.
Zion Davis checking in for the first time. 6'4", a sophomore for Avon. West with it to Kurkowski. Kurkowski, pull-up jumper. It's no good. Rebound pulled out of there, no whistle. And boy, that was a real ticky-tack foul called on Plainfield. And that's going to put them in the bonus, so they have caught up in fouls. 3:58 to play. Left to play in the first half of action. 18-8. Plainfield trails Avon here on 98.9 FM WYRZ. And now, wait a second. Okay, there we go. Now they're going to say the foul was on Avon. Okay. And that will put Brenz at the free throw line.
So now a chance to cut the lead down to single digits.
Yeah, I thought initially they had signaled that it was on Avon, and I thought, or on Plainfield. And I thought, boy, there wasn't anybody near the ball.
First free throw is up, and it is no good off the side of the rim.
Plainfield didn't even contest the rebound that time. They put no guys in the lane. So Plainfield 0 for 2 from the free throw line on their 1-and-1s.
I wonder if they were just asleep and forgot that it was a 1-on-1.
Yeah, it was very strange not to contest that, but that's what they did. Short with it, gets it to Crowder. Crowder thought about it, might have got away with a walk that time. Gets it over to Short. Short spins, little hook shot right side up, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Brenz. Brenz has it. Gets it ahead to Hufford, and Hufford will walk it up across the 10-second line. Plainfield moving from right to left on your radio dial or computer screen. Kurkowski has it, brings it center of the floor, flips it off over to Hufford. Hufford turns around, faces up, flips it back over to Brenz. Brenz into Bizot. Bizot turns around and nails a short little jumper for 2. And the lead is now 18-10.
So it's a 5-0 run there by the Quakers. Boy, did they need that. Starting to get back in this one.
Ball comes right side. Now back center of the floor to Short. Short takes it to the left elbow in the corner to Peterson. Peterson gives it off, or to Peters. Peterson, I'm sorry. And Gets it off over to Davis. Davis hands it off to Clifton, to Short. Short skips it in the corner to a wide-open Crowder. 3-ball, right side up and good. Crowder nails the 3, and the lead is back to 11, 21-10. On his way to the basket is Brenz. He's fouled. He'll shoot 2.
Boy, Crowder now with the game-high 9 points there for the Orioles. And so pushing the lead back to double digits. You know, I was thinking, Rob, you know, I'm quite an authority on nicknames of schools. You know, I really think, I'll hold that thought till his free throw, but.
And he missed it. That's 0 for 3 from the foul line tonight for Plainfield. Go ahead, Leck.
Oh, I was going to say, other than the Baltimore Orioles, I can't think of any other teams, any other high school or college teams that are called the Orioles. Avon's the only one I can think of, which is surprising because usually if a major league team has that name, there will be a lot of copycats in high school and college, but don't know of any more for Orioles.
And makes the free throw, so that's the first make of the night for Plainfield. It's 21-11 now. 2:29 left to play in the first half. I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn, coming to you from Plainfield High School tonight, where the Quakers trail the Orioles by 10. Avon has the ball, moving from left to right. Avon in the road blacks, gold letters and numbers. Plainfield in the home whites, red letters and numbers. In the lane, shot up, no good. That was Clifton. Clifton had it, looked like it might have been partially blocked by Kurkowski. Bizot takes it left side. Fadeaway jumper, no. Loose ball comes to Avon. Avon running back the other way. Here comes Loudon. Loudon is put, and they're going to get a foul on number 3. That's Motter with the bump way away from the basket, and that'll be the 7th team foul, which puts Avon at the free throw line.
Does it seem to you like they're settling for too many jump shots that Plainfield is when they instead of taking it inside?
Yeah, they are, considering they have that huge height advantage, but they can shoot it. Just haven't been able to connect thus far. Free throw up, it's good. And the lead is now 22-11.
Loudon with 6 now for the Orioles. Do you know of any other high schools or colleges that are called Orioles?
I don't.
Yeah.
Free throw is good, and it's now 23-11. 2 minutes, 3 seconds to play in the first half.
I'm glad the Orioles brought back their hat with that cartoonish bird. Yeah, he was cool.
Across the timeline is Kurkowski, and a whistle and a time. They call 10 seconds. Turnover on Plainfield. I believe it was 10 seconds.
Yeah, we had one of those in the girls' game as well.
Avon with the ball. Clifton to Short. Short takes it in. Little floating jumper up. No good. Rebound pulled out of there by Plainfield, and now back the other way. That was Reese Crawford with the rebound. Hufford in the lane, floating jumper. It's blocked, foul called, and with 1:29 to play, Jarrett Hufford, the junior, will go to the free throw line.
His first free throw is up, and it is good.
So now 2 of 5 from the foul line tonight are the Quakers.
Hufford, nailed a long 3 earlier, and now hits his first free throw attempt. So now going for another one, trying to cut the lead to 10.
Second one up and good. Hufford makes them both, and Plainfield now 3 of 6 from the foul line tonight.
Hufford has 5 points to lead the Quakers.
So pretty close game after that 6-0 start. Peterson on his way to the basket. He's fouled. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, the Quakers offense starting to show a little life. They only scored 5 points in the first quarter. Now they have 8 here in the second.
Yeah, it was 6-0 inside of basically the first minute of the ball game, and so it's been a 4-point game since. Avon will try to add to the lead now. First shot is up and good. 24-13 now the score. One more coming for Peterson. There's Brandon Peters, who is the great quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
And the Avon basketball team has a guy, Jordan Peterson.
I hate it when there are middle blocks on like that. Yeah. It happens to me all the time, too. So now the other end of the court.
As the Quakers have it in the lane, scoop shot, no good. Blocking foul called, as that was Crawford on his way to the basket. And with 1:05 to play, he'll go to the foul line. 25-13 the score. Avon with the lead.
So now the Quakers will be trying to cut it back to 10. 1:05 to play here.
Coming up at the half, we'll thank some of our underwriters, and then Leck will have some information, I'm sure, for us at halftime.
Yep.
He's a wealth of information as the first free throw is good.
11-point game now.
Again, great crowd for Plainfield tonight for it being Thanksgiving Eve. Very well-attended ball game.
So now we have 5 players for each team who've scored now. As Crawford hits a second
free throw is good, and it's now 25-15. Kind of get the feeling in this one, Leck, that Plainfield really just a run away from being back in this one.
Yeah, definitely just a couple of turnovers to take advantage of, like right there possibly almost. But
Dickinson able to track it down, and now a jump ball called. Kurkowski momentarily had it in his hands, couldn't hold on to it. Jump ball was called.
Does Dickinson play for the football team?
Well, I was going to ask that. He's a big dude.
Yeah, if he's not, he should be. I'm sure that Coach Bless will be recruiting him.
My guess would be yes, that he does.
What a great season Coach Bless and the football Orioles had, though. Definitely, there can be no longer any doubt that they are among the elite teams in Indiana.
Loose ball stolen away by Collier. Flip ahead. Peterson in a foot race to the basket. Got the ball, missed the layup, tipped up. Loose ball pulled out of there by Plainfield. Running back the other way is Ellis. Ellis gets it to Crawford. Crawford up, no good. Travel called on Plainfield. 25 seconds left to play in the first half.
Well, yeah, Avon had been knocking on the door of being an elite program for several years in football. This year, at the back-to-back wins over Ben Davis and Cathedral, wow. Oh, what a great achievement.
Griffin has it. He'll inbound it into Loudon. Across the timeline, and a whistle and a timeout going to be called by Jason Young, the Avon head coach. And it'll be a 30-second timeout, so it's 15 and a half seconds left to go here. We remind you, stick around. Coming up at the half, we'll thank some of our underwriters, and then Leck will have some information for us.
Thank you for Ellis.
So basically, it looks like Plainfield's going to be going into the locker room with roughly a 10-point deficit. But I'll tell you, Rob, if they can make some adjustments and figure out how to utilize their superior size on the offensive end in the second half, I give them a chance to come back and win this game.
Yeah, again, Plainfield in it. It's been a 4-point game since the 6-0 start, and we'll see if they can capitalize on that in the second half. From the Avon perspective, things have gone pretty well.
Indeed, yeah.
Okay, so here we go. 15 seconds to play. Short has the ball in the backcourt, walks it across the timeline. Faces up, flips it over left side. As it'll come to Loudon. Loudon dribbles left side, flips it off over to Collier. Back up top to Short. Short pump fake, long 3 ball. It's up, it's short. Loose ball pulled out of there by Brenz, and that is your first half. 25 to 15 our score. Both teams go to the locker room. We'll take a quick pause, hear from some of our underwriters, and then we will be back with a halftime show here on 98.9 FM WYRZ.
Cerrito, offering Mexican food in Plainfield, Indy, and Avon since 2013. They're located at 140 Perry Road in Plainfield. Hendricks County Estate Buyers, on the corner of Odell and East Main Street in Brownsburg, buys gold, silver, coins, and more. They also deal in complete estate and household liquidations. More information can be found at HendricksCountyEstateBuyers.com or by calling Justin at 286-3652. Impact Restoration, providing restoration for fire, flood, wind, and hail damage. Their phone number is 268-6375. Presswick Pet Sitters, has provided in-home pet care for over 20 years in Plainfield, Avon, and Danville. Their website is PrestwickPetSitters.com, and phone number is 745-9900. Raymond's Alignment Service, auto and truck repair center since 1995, is located at 3828 Clarks Creek Road in Plainfield. Their phone number is 838-7112. Rockstar Pizza is located at 922 East Main Street in Brownsburg. Their phone number is 858-1188. Rockstar Pizza has pizzas, oven-baked subs, wings, salads, and more. A menu can be found at their website, rockstarpizza.net. Rockstar Pizza is a proud supporter of Hendricks County High School basketball. Stoops Buick and GMC in Plainfield on Highway 267 is also a proud supporter of this Plainfield basketball broadcast. Westside Plumbing, Heating, and Air offers residential heating and air conditioning maintenance, repair, and replacement. Their phone number is 445-8399. More information can be found at westsideplumbing.net. Westside Plumbing, Heating, and Air is a supporter of WYRZ Community Radio. For more than 2 decades, Wicker Construction has handled building, remodeling, and insurance repairs. Their phone number is 839-8353. Wings Etc. is located at 1818 East Main Street in Plainfield. Their menu can be seen at wingsetcetera.com. Their phone number is 406-3250.
Well, coming back to you live here from Plainfield High School, I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn, where the Plainfield Quakers trail the Avon Orioles by a score of 25-15. And Lek, I would be curious to get your thoughts.
Well, I'll tell you, certainly overall disappointing half for Plainfield, although they did show certainly a solid improvement there in the second quarter. At the end of one quarter, they trailed 12-5. At the end of two, they trail 25-15. So they at least doubled their offensive output in the second quarter. It's been a very balanced game scoring-wise for both teams. 5 players from each team have scored. First of all, for the leading Avon Orioles, Hayden Crowder leads the way with 9, followed by Evan Loudon with 7, Andrew Short with 5, Antoine Clifton with 2, and Jordan Peterson with 2. For your Plainfield Quakers, Jarrett Hofford leads the way with 5, followed by Max Kurkowski with 4, Gavin Bizu with 3, Reese Crawford with 2, and Connor Brins with 1. So, like I said, what Plainfield will need to do in the second half is take advantage of their superior size. Don't settle for the outside jump shots. Make sure that you get the ball in to those big guys and have them take very, very high percentage shots. And if you do that, especially if you make a few stops on the defensive end, and also use your superior size to get a lot of rebounds, you're going to have a very solid chance to come back and win this game. Certainly, it wouldn't be a disaster if Avon were to lose this game, if Plainfield were to lose this game, but it would be a disappointment, because they certainly had a lot of hopes of a winning season coming in after, really knocking on the door of turning the corner for the last 3 years, now this being the 4th year under head coach Andy Weaver. And I apologize, I started to mention Nathan Mills, who was the team's leading scorer last season, and he is not on the roster this year. I'll have to check up to see what the situation is there, if he's injured or if he's transferred. But I apologize for that. Nevertheless, the Quakers do return the rest of their starting lineup for last season. And after today, their next game will be a week from Friday right here. They faced the Whiteland Warriors, a Mid-State Conference rival, and that will be followed the very next day, a week from Saturday, December 5th, with another home game against Monrovia. So next Friday and Saturday both, we're going to have a junior varsity doubleheader before the Quakers have their first road game 2 weeks from tonight at Martinsville.
Hey, not to cut you off, but we did get an answer to your question. I want to thank Dad for paying attention. Said the Indiana School for the Deaf also has the mascot, the Orioles.
Oh, okay, all right. I did not know that. All right. So, glad they're not the only one. I started watching Major League Baseball in 1978, and that was really, in my opinion, the height of Major League of coolness of Major League Baseball uniforms. Then, later, like in the 90s, they started with the whole nostalgia thing, like going back to the way they were, back, at the turn of the century. But, yeah, I miss the real colorful, cartoonish, neon-type uniforms of the 70s with Oakland, Houston, a lot of teams. It seems like about everybody but the Reds and the Yankees had some kind of gimmick with the uniforms. So.
Well, again, we do welcome everybody in. If you are just tuning in tonight here on AudioSportsOnline.com and 98.9 FM WYRZ, I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn. The Quakers of Plainfield trail the Orioles of Avon 25-15, and we got about 3.5 minutes up on the clock before we get going again. Want to remind everybody about a new program we've got. It's going to be debuting not this coming Monday, but a week from Monday, December 7th, 8 to 9 p.m. It's the Pit Stop Barbecue and Grill Hendricks County Sports Show, and we'll be talking with local student athletes and coaches and administrators that make sports happen in Hendricks County. So it's every Monday night from 8 to 9 p.m. on 98.9 WYRZ. So we hope you'll tune in for that.
That's great to, have all that we're having. You have so much, like I said, have so many high school sporting programs now on FM radio here in Hendricks County, especially as good as the programs here, are getting. Hendricks County has just been exploding in population in the last quarter of a century. And, a lot of these schools, Rob, they were like Class 2A, 3A schools, when I was a kid. And now, a lot of them are Class 5A and 6A. And, they're really emerging as powers. And also I want to take a few seconds to thank Plainfield High School. They've been a part of the Audio Sports Online family for many years now, and they're just always such gracious hosts. And it's such a pleasure to come here, and their staff have always been so cooperative and supportive and helpful. So, certainly hope they'll be part of our family for many years to come. And
they're just wonderful people. This is such a wonderful facility here, this Plainfield Gymnasium, and just first-class community, as is Avon. We're very lucky to be able to cover these great schools here on 98.9 FM WYRZ. For Hendricks County High School basketball. Again, to remind you, if you're listening as an Avon fan, we've got the Orioles coming up again Saturday night as they travel. They host first home game of the year. They host the Mooresville Pioneers. So we'll be out at that one, and invite you to tune in for that as well. Great wrap up to your Thanksgiving weekend.
So I don't think there's any better place to be if you're a sports fan on Thanksgiving weekend in the metro Indianapolis area. Every year there's a lot going down. And
if you are just tuning in, we still got about a minute up on the clock before we get back into the second half of action. In Plainfield, the home team on the scoreboard wearing the home white jerseys, red letters and numbers. The Orioles of Avon, they're the visitors. They lead it by 10. They've got the road blacks, gold letters and numbers. This half, it'll be Avon moving from right to left on your computer screen, Plainfield from left to right.
I'll tell you, speaking of the uniforms, that reminds me, the last time I covered Avon basketball, it was in the Hendricks County Tournament Championship game 3 years ago where they were playing Brownsburg. That was the year that Brownsburg had Ronald Norred as their head coach. And he forgot that they were supposed to be the home team rather than the visiting team for that game, so both teams ended up wearing their black jerseys. That was a nightmare to call the first half.
We want to remind everybody that you are listening to us tonight on WYRZ LP Brownsburg, Indiana. Thank you very much for tuning in. 98.9 FM.
Well, yeah, that was a challenge, though, to call the whole first half with both teams wearing black jerseys. And the game actually, Brownsburg actually got a technical to start the game for wearing the wrong jerseys, and they switched for the second half. So it's funny they were wearing white jerseys and black shorts. But at least it was easier for me to call. It's now set to start the second half here for Avon. Loudon about to inbounds the ball.
Yeah, gets it over to Short. Short will take it up across the 10-second line. Flips it off left side over to Loudon. Loudon has it, center of the floor, dribbles between the legs. Dribbles, picks it up, comes over to Short. Short over to Clifton. Clifton takes it all the way right side. Shot up, no good. Bizot out of there with the rebound. Here comes Hufford ahead to Bizot. Bizot puts it on the floor, takes it in the lane. He's bumped on his way to the basket. And there is a foul, and it'll be on Avon. So Plainfield once again gets Avon in some foul trouble to begin the second half.
And, Rob, one reason you really want to come back and win this game, you don't have another game for 9 days, so you don't want to spend your whole Thanksgiving weekend and the next several days thinking about this one if it's a loss.
7:37 to play in the third quarter. Still a 10-point lead.
So definitely the Quakers really want to get back in this one.
Gets it into Hufford. Hufford in the backcourt. Takes it up across the timeline. Center of the floor. Takes it right side. Dribbles behind the back. Over to Bizot. Bizot down into Kurkowski, and it's stolen away. Avon running back the other way. Avon takes it, knifes it in the lane. Off the glass, up and in for two. And with 7:20 to play in the third quarter, it's 27-15 in favor of the Orioles.
Who's it who scored?
That was, I believe that was Short, wasn't it?
I think so. So now on the other end for Plainfield.
Bizot had it against Kurkowski on the block, puts it up and in with a little two-handed flush, and Max Kurkowski for two. And now back the other way, pass down inside, shot up, missed, loose ball pulled out of there, and here come the Quakers running back the other way.
Well, Rob, I said at the half while you were away, that's one thing they got to do. They got to start they got to really use their size advantage to dominate the rebounds, hold them to one shot every time down court, and take advantage of the misses.
In the lane, little runner up and in for two. That was Motter with the left hand, and now it is a 27-19 ball game, and a whistle and a foul.
Let's see what's going on. Who is it against here?
It's going to be against Avon, it's going to be against Plainfield. Avon will have the ball out of bounds. The foul is on number 3, Motter. That's his third. Avon to inbound underneath their own basket. Looking, does get it into Short. Short knifes in the lane. Little scoop shot up and in for two. Nice job by Short to get past the Plainfield defender, and he was wide open.
What a great penetrator he is.
Hufford with the ball. Gets it across to West. West in the corner to Kurkowski. Power dribble to the rim. Up, no good. Loose ball. Fought for on the floor. And the scramble's on and a jump ball is called.
So just under 2 minutes into the second half, each team having scored 4 points. The Quakers definitely need to start, they can't afford to trade baskets. They need to start, cutting into that lead.
Plainfield trails by 10. Inbound to Hufford in the backcourt. Hufford up across the timeline, takes it right side, picks up the dribble, gets it to West. West comes over to Motter. Motter dribbles, center of the floor, lob knocked away, comes back to Motter. Motter to a wide open West, shot is up, it's no good, but a foul was called before the shot on Avon. 5:50 to play, third quarter, 29-19, Avon over Plainfield. Looking to get it in. Bizot gets it to Motter. Motter dribbles. Picks it up. Comes over to Bizot. To Hufford, right side. Hufford to Kurkowski. Faces up. Now spins down to the block. Goes up. Shot hits the side of the rim. No good. And a foul. Going to be called on Kurkowski.
5:33 to play here, third quarter. 10-point lead for Avon. Earlier in the game, the Plainfield girls beat Avon 50-37. So now we've got Plainfield set to inbounds. That's Sean Moore standing under the basket.
Yeah, it'll be Avon ball. Full court press by the Quakers now. Inbound to Short, knocked away out of bounds. Oh, and I think the officials missed one there. They say it was off Hufford, but looked like it hit Short before it went out of bounds. Full court press again. Avon with the inbound. Short dribbles across the timeline. Now they got numbers. Oh, knocked away from behind. Loose ball. Kurkowski's got it. Kurkowski, ball on the floor. Comes to Bizot.
Now will they take advantage?
And now Motter with it. Gets it over to Hufford. Hufford to West. West turns around. Faces up. Flips it in the corner. Looking, nowhere to go. Whistle, foul. Called on Avon. Looking to get it in. Looking. Into Bizot. Bizot, nice pass to Kurkowski. Goes up, couldn't get it to go, but draws the foul.
That's exactly what they need to be doing, just taking advantage of the superior size and, forcing, fouls like that.
Kurkowski has missed a couple of plays that he would probably tell you he should have made, or in this case finished. But he'll go to the free throw line and shoot two. First one up and no good.
You got to hit your free throws, though. Kurkowski nevertheless leads Plainfield with 6 points here. 5:06 to go in the third quarter.
Second one up and good from Kurkowski.
Lead back to single digits.
29-20 is the score. We've got 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn coming to you from Plainfield High School. Ball comes left side. Over to Loudon. Loudon, round the horn it comes. Over to Crowder. To Short. Short lost the handle on it. Now retains it. Gets it back to Clifton. Clifton up top to Crowder. Crowder dribbles to the center of the floor. Now right side. Over to Loudon. Loudon dribbles high on the right wing. Restarts the offense. Takes a high screen, comes all the way left side to the elbow, picks up his dribble, over to Griffin in the corner. Griffin up top to Short. Short knives in the lane, flips it to Crowder right side, takes it to the right block. Floater up, in, count it, and the foul. Chance for a three-point play. It's 31-20 with 4:14 to play in the third quarter.
So by my count, that makes Crowder the first double-figure scorer of the game. I got him with 11 now.
And he'll have a chance to add to that total. He's hit a couple of threes, I believe, in this game.
Yeah, that's right. And if he hits this, I believe that will match Avon's biggest lead of the game. I think 12 is their biggest so far.
Free throw no good. Rebound pulled down by Bizot. The lead is now 11, 31-20. Bizot dribbles, picks up the dribble, knocked away out of bounds. Pass was intended for Brins down inside.
Good job denying him the ball by the Avon defense. And that's what they got. That's one of their keys to victory.
Inbound to Brins. Brins in the right corner. Guarded closely by Griffin. Takes it to the block. Picks up the dribble. Flips it back out. Three ball on the way. It's up. It's good. Oh, no. They say it's a long two from 32. Bryson Ellis. Avon quickly back the other way. Spin move from Crowder. Off the glass. No good. Loose ball pulled out of there by Plainfield. Lead is 9. Brins picks it up. Gives it to Hufford. Hufford runs it across the 10-second line. Dribbles all the way. Now behind the back. Flips it over. Lob down inside. Wide open as Brins missed the layup. Tips it up. Missed it. Puts it up again. Counted the foul. Boy, Brins missed two wide open layups, but it ended up working out for him because he got the basket and the foul.
That's the kind of play they needed. Well, 7-point game. They're in striking distance now. They've cut 3 off the lead here in the third quarter. Less than 5 minutes. 7 players have scored for Plainfield now. It's good balance. There's going for a 3-point play here for Brins.
Shot is up. It is no good. Loose ball pulled out of there, and it is tracked down by, they'll say it'll belong to Plainfield. Little hustle play that time, and the Orioles got beat to the ball by Plainfield.
So you can feel the momentum starting to shift back into the favor of Quakers. I shouldn't say start. I think it's really the first time they've really had the momentum all game. So let's see if they take advantage of it now.
Avon on defense is Plainfield matching up. Ball comes over. Works it around the horn. It'll come all the way to the left side. Up top to Hufford. Hufford to Bizot. Jumper from the foul line is good. Nailing it from the left elbow. And it is 31-26. Avon is going to pick up a foul on.
Well, this is the closest that it's been. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rob. I think this is the closest it's been since the first quarter. 5 points now. Because the margin was 7 at the half.
Griffin with the inbound.
At the first quarter, I mean.
Gets it over to Peterson. Peterson to Griffin. Griffin. It'll come all the way left side over to Loudon. Loudon gets it back to Peterson. Long three from Collier, no good. Loose ball on the floor, and a foul is called, and that is going to be on Avon, and that's their 6th-team foul.
They're starting to do what I said that they needed to do, which is, limit the Orioles to one shot every time down court. They do that, the game shifts more into their favor.
Full court press from the Orioles now. Up across the 10-second line. Plainfield gets it across, takes it off over to Hufford. Hufford gets it back to Bizot. Bizot looking, back to Hufford left side. Down inside to a wide open Brenz, and Brenz in for 2, and the lead is now 3, 31-28.
Got a new ball game here.
Lead is 3, 2 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the third quarter. And a whistle and a foul. Hufford knocked the ball loose from Peterson, but the official blew the whistle, and that'll be the 5th-team foul on the Quakers. 2:03 to play in the third, 31-28 in the Plainfield student section, voicing their disapproval.
Well, check out the scoring balance, though, for Plainfield. Kurkowski with 7, Bizu, Hefford, and Brenz with 5 each. So it's a very, very balanced attack.
Here's the end. Oh, boy, nearly an over and back violation there. Loudon able to hang on to it. Now a whistle, and a foul is called, and they're going to call it on Plainfield. So that's the 6th-team foul on the Quakers, too. So it's free throws the rest of the way for both of these guys.
2 minutes left exactly in the third quarter here. So 10 minutes in this game. It's anybody's game now, but the Quakers clearly have the momentum after looking sluggish for much of the first half.
Comes the inbound into Clifton. Spin move and a travel. Travel called.
They tried to draw the foul but didn't work. So now the Quakers have the ball and they could tie with a 3.
Inbound to Plainfield. Full court press by the Orioles.
Hufford back in the game now.
Crawford has it to Bizot. Bizot across the tile. Anticipation steal by Peterson, and he will lay it up and in with the left hand for 2. That was a bad pass, and Avon capitalized on it. Ball knocked ahead to Brenz, and there's a foul on Dickinson, and Brenz will go to the foul line because it's free throws the rest of the way.
Boy, that tell you, that was a disappointing, trip down floor, though, for Plainfield. They had the ball with a chance to tie with the 3 and then just end up, throwing a careless pass that was intercepted for an easy 2.
And he missed the free throw short. Barely hit the rim. Plainfield has struggled from the free throw line tonight. Lead is 5, 33-28.
Wiseman, I don't know who it was, he's once said that the 2 things that don't last are dogs that chase cars and teams that can't hit free throws.
And now a foul away from the ball called on the Orioles, another foul. Keep in mind, we are not even to the fourth quarter, and both of these teams are in the bonus the rest of the way. And now just an errant pass. They threw it away. And Avon ends up with the basketball. Scoop shot in the lane, up and good from Dickinson. And it's 35-28.
Boy, that could end up being fatal.
Lob ahead into Kurkowski. Kurkowski puts it up and in for 2. 35-30. Avon with the ball. Peterson with it. Flips it around the horn. All the way over to Clifton, to Dickinson. Dickinson with it. Flips it off over to Peterson. Peterson on the way to the basket, checking, foul, hand check, foul called. And with 36 and a half seconds to go, Plainfield picks up their 7th team foul, so it's free throws the rest of the way.
Well, I'll tell you, Rob, with trailing only 5 points with a little over a quarter to go, Plainfield very much in this game, but if they lose by a close margin, you've got to point back to those 2 errant passes that were converted into easy field goals by Avon.
Makes the first. Clifton. Avon looks really good from the free throw line tonight in their few attempts they've had.
Yeah, it's certainly a lot better than Plainfield. But yeah, just ball control is one of the big keys to this game. One of the big reasons that Plainfield's behind right now, as Clifton hits both. He has 4 now in the game, and it's a 7-point lead for the Orioles.
Pass ahead. Knocked away by Peterson. Live ball out of bounds.
Boy, they're just getting so careless. They're getting so careless with the ball here.
Inbound from Kurkowski. It'll remain Plainfield ball.
They were really lucky that they retained possession there.
Over to Bizot. Bizot will face up.
20 seconds now. Probably holding for the last shot.
Bizot guarded by Dickinson.
10.
Top of the key. Takes it to the elbow. Fadeaway jumper up and good. Bizot nails the 2. 2 seconds to go. 1. He'll heave it the length of the floor. It's up. It's no good. And 37-32 now the score.
Was that Bizot?
With Bizot, yes.
Bizot, yeah.
And it's 37-32 with 8 minutes to play. We've got a great game now, Leck.
Yeah, we've got a barn burner of a fourth quarter coming up. At the half, Avon led by 10. Plainfield cut that lead in half. They really should have cut it in more than half, but they just made 2 or 3 errant passes that came back to bite them. But they're still very much in this game, so that they're starting to use their size more, both to get more rebounds and to get more high percentage shots. So now we'll see if they can avoid the mental mistakes. Just stay focused for 8 minutes and come away with a season opening win. Starting off the new season with some momentum.
Well, again, if you're just tuning in tonight on 98.9 FM, WYRZ, or Audio Sports Online, I'm Rob Kendall, along with Lex Zorn, coming to you from Plainfield High School tonight, where the Orioles of Avon lead Plainfield 37-32. Plainfield has trailed by as many as 11, I believe, in this game.
12, I believe, was the biggest.
12. Yeah. And now only down 5, and Avon will have the ball to begin the 4th and final period. Peterson throws it in. Comes left side. Peterson with it. Over to Clifton. To Peterson. Peterson pulls all the way to the right side. Flips it up top to Dickinson. Dickinson with it. In the lane. Jumper. Clifton off the rim. No. Dickinson rebound. Puts it up. No. Loose ball fought for. Kurkowski comes out of there with it. And now here come the Plainfield Quakers.
They can make it a one-possession game here.
Up across the timeline. Flips it all the way to the left side. Dribbles. Takes it to the hole. Bumping foul called. It's going to be on Avon. And it will be 2. It'll be 1 in the bonus for Plainfield with a chance to cut into the lead.
They've struggled up from the line tonight. Let's see if they come through here. Connor Brins, the junior, 6'6". Part of their powerful front line. Dribbles now. First free throw is up.
And it is no good. Rebound. Kurkowski puts it up and in for 2.
3-point game.
Max Kurkowski hits the shot in a 30-second timeout. Going to be called by Avon. 7:19 to play in the ball game. 37-34 the score. A great beginning to our 98.9 FM WYRZ broadcast season.
Yes, indeed. We got a barn burner brewing here. And, it looked like a couple of times that Avon was threatening to run away with it the way that the Plainfield girls did earlier in our first game. But give Plainfield credit. They made some adjustments after the half. They fought back hard. And I'll tell you, they could be in the lead right now if it weren't for those 2 or 3 errant passes there in the third quarter.
Well, 3-point lead. And we'll see what Avon can do now. They will have the inbound on the basketball. 7:20. They reset the clock. 7:22 to play. Is the official time.
Yes.
Again, great crowd for Plainfield tonight. Very impressive to see them out there.
Yeah, Avon brought 200 or 300 fans as well. Just 5 miles up the road.
Crowder in the lane, picks up the dribble, might have got away with a walk, gets it back. Crowder has it. New life for Plainfield. Short takes it to the hole, skips it around off the hands of Peterson, and it'll be Plainfield ball with 7:02 to play. A chance to tie the ball game.
Yeah, last time they did, they made a bad pass that was converted into an easy layup. Let's see if they do better this time.
There's the inbound. Bizot with it to Hufford. Hufford to Motter to Brenz. Brenz into Bizot. Left-hand hook shot, no good. Missed an open look. And, boy, that would have cut it to one. Short running back the other way. Shot blocked from behind. Loose ball. Picked up. Put up. No good. Foul called. And it'll be Avon at the free throw line in the form of Evan Loden shooting 2.
Well, it's disappointing that the shot didn't fall. But, they had the right idea, though. They did take a high-percentage shot. It just didn't fall, So those are the breaks now.
First free throw on the way. It's up, and it is good.
2-possession lead again.
6:43 to play in the ball game. 38-34, low scoring affair. And our first broadcast of the year here on 98.9 FM WYRZ. Second shot up and good.
So Loden hit them both. He has 9 now, and 6:41 to play. Quakers down by 5. Boy.
Lost the handle on it, gets it back. Flips it left side across the timeline to a wide open. Max Kurkowski for 2. Avon collapsed on the ball.
Yeah, they played aggressive defense. They gambled, and it came back to bite them.
And now a foul called on Avon, or a Plainfield, I'm sorry, back the other way.
Kurkowski now, by my count, a game-high 13 points. Hayden Crowder leads Avon with 11. Those are the only 2 double-figure scores. 6:26 to go, 3-point lead for Avon. Trying to add to it on the line now. Is that Clifton?
Clifton at the foul line, shoots 1 in the bonus. Shot is up, it's no good. Rebound Griffin for Avon to Crowder. Crowder a 3, no good. Rebound comes out of there to Brenz.
All right.
And here comes Plainfield back the other way. 39-36, 6:15 to play in the... Motter might have got away with a carry there. Inside to Kurkowski, knocked away. Avon got it back. And now here come the Orioles running back the other way. Short to the hole, up and in for 2.
What a great penetrator that young man is.
41-36, 5:50 to play in the fourth quarter. I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn, coming to you live from Plainfield High School, where the Quakers trail it by 5 against county rival Avon.
Wow, they're very, very aggressive defense there by Avon.
Into Kurkowski. Kurkowski gets it back up to Ellis. 3-ball, no good. And a whistle and a foul on Griffin. And Ellis will go to the free throw line.
Somebody's hurt. Somebody's hurt for Plainfield.
Yeah, I got an injured Quaker. Looks like he's going to sit up, so hopefully he is okay.
Seems to be in pain. He's holding, maybe his shin. It's hard for me to tell from my vantage point. He is sitting up. He's now getting up on his own power. That's a good sign.
And that is Motter, number 3. He'll walk off under his own power, which is good. And 3 free throws coming up now for Ellis. Lead is 5. 5:33 to play in the ball game. We'll see what he can do here. 3 very big free throws. First one is up and good.
Swished it.
Yeah, if they can get it to 2, that's as close as it's been since it was tied at 0.
Yeah.
Second one up, and good.
That's right, yeah, because Plainfield's first score was a 3. That's right.
41-38, 5:33 to play in the ball game. Third free throw from Ellis. It's on the way. It's up. It's no good. Rebound. Kurkowski puts it on the floor. The ball's loose, and a jump ball. And the possession arrow favors Plainfield.
Okay, so you got 2 out of 3. And so they got a 3-point lead, a 3-point deficit in the ball now.
3 seems to be that magic number they can't get past. They've got it to 3 a couple of times, been unable to get any closer. Inbound now, coming from Ellis. Loose, looking to get the ball in, still looking, still struggling. Now does get it to Kurkowski in the corner. And there's a foul on Clifton as it was Brins catching the ball on the left block.
5:27 to go. The Quakers trying to get over that hump. They've trailed the entire game since Avon scored first a few seconds in.
Shot is up and good. And 2 points is the lead now, and that's the closest the ball game's been since it was 0-0.
It certainly is. So now let's see if Brins will pull them within 1.
Shot is up. No good. Rebound pulled out of there by Loudon.
Tell you when it was
camera.
Oh yeah. Yeah, when it was a 10-point game at the half, certainly, if Plainfield knew that with 5 minutes left they'd only be down by 2, they would have taken it. They're still very much in position to win this game here.
Dickinson with it. Dribbling. Gets it over to Griffin. Griffin takes it all the way to the right side. Gets it off to Crowder. Crowder threw it away. And Plainfield comes out of there with the basketball.
McIntyre take the lead.
In the lane, Brins couldn't get it to go. Put up, no. Loose ball, tipped up. Dickinson comes out of there. Plainfield had 2 good looks at it.
Yeah.
And couldn't get it to go.
They took good shots, just didn't fall. Now they just got to, get it.
And a foul on his way to the basket. It was Short. And Short will shoot 2 free throws, as that will be the 10th foul on Plainfield. So it's double bonus the rest of the way.
4:32 to go now. If he hits these both, then it will be a 2-possession lead again. Dribbles. First shot is up, and it is good.
42-39 the score now. 4:32 to play in the ball game.
Andrew Short with 12 points to lead the Orioles now.
Plainfield with a couple of really good looks at the basket. They haven't been able to convert. Second shot up. It's Short.
No good.
Rebound out of there to Brins. And Hufford has it now with the chance once again for Plainfield to tie the ball game. Up across the timeline. Center of the floor. Takes it right side. Dribbles behind the back. Takes it all the way in the lane. Picks up the dribble. Ball tipped up. Brins has it. Stolen away by Short. Short foot race to the basket. Past Hufford. Up. No good. Loose ball out of bounds. And they'll say last touch by Plainfield. The Plainfield side disagrees with that. As you can hear the ruckus roars.
We don't have the advantage of the replay monitors, but I thought that was I thought that should have been Avon ball there, or Plainfield ball. Excuse me.
Well, Short looked like he was going for the ball when it fell out of bounds. Ball quickly inbounded and up and no good. Loose ball.
Plainfield's got it.
Plainfield does have it. Hufford with it. That shot that time was by 24
4 minutes.
more. 4 minutes to play in the contest. Hufford with it. Center of the floor. Flips it right side over to Kurkowski. Kurkowski down into Brins. Got the position. Goes up with it, and he's fouled, and he'll shoot 2.
What a way to start the season. Whoever wins or loses, we've gotten a real treat here.
Hamilton Southeastern defeats Muncie Central tonight, 87-82 for as a Hendricks County rivalry. Or Hendricks County. Hoosier Crossroads Conference rivalry.
Yep.
For Avon. First shot is up, and it is no good. Boy, Plainfield has missed a lot of free throws tonight.
Yeah, their big guys don't seem like they're real skilled from the line. Definitely something to work on.
2 of 8 from the foul line tonight for Brenz.
Oh, boy, yeah.
And now 2 of 9. Yeah, that's big.
.341 to play now.
Across the timeline, right side. On the way, more to the basket, blocked from behind by Buzeau, but they're going to call a foul on Plainfield. And Buzeau will be the guilty party. That is his 5th, so his night is done.
So Buzeau, Gavin Buzeau leaves the game with 7 points.
3:34 to play.
Just second on the Quakers, by the way.
Shot is up. It is good.
There's that 2-possession lead again.
43-39 the score.
So that's the first points for Moore, by the way.
Second shot is up. It is also good.
Got it.
Lead is now 5, 44-39. Timeout called by Plainfield, I think.
Well, I'll tell you, this has certainly been an exciting game. Plainfield really wanting to open the season with a win to show that they're ready to turn a corner this year. Even without a win here, certainly I think they're going to win a lot of games. I think this is definitely going to be the best year of the Andy Weaver era. But I know they'd like to not just have a winning season, but really make this, a banner marquee season in which they firmly reestablish themselves as the power that they were for a long time before they, hit this rough skid the last few years.
Again, we do remind you, those of you listening tonight on 98.9 FM WYRZ, we will be at Avon High School Saturday night as the Orioles take on the Mooresville Pioneers. And we'll have that broadcast for you.
And we'll have the entire boys' home schedule here for you, also on Audio Sports Online, as well as several games simulcast on radio as well. And next broadcast will be a week from Friday, followed by a week from Saturday. So we'll have varsity, junior varsity doubleheaders next Friday and Saturday, right from this very gym.
44-39 the score. Ball comes left side, puts it on the floor, takes it to the basket, whistle. And the foul will be called on Avon, so double bonus again for Plainfield. Getting to the foul line has not been a problem. Connecting has been, and Kurkowski will step up and try to hit 2 big free throws. They're all big now with 3:18 to play in the ball game.
Yeah, you got to get it down to a one-possession game here. Kurkowski leads the Quakers in scoring with 13.
44-39 is the score. Shot is up. It is no good.
No.
Yeah, boy, Plainfield's really going to look back on a lot of missed free throws tonight.
Missed free throws and errant passes, yeah. Those are, the big stories.
Missed them both. Loose ball swatted back to Kurkowski. Puts it up. Shot no good. Loose ball tipped up again. Give Plainfield credit. Whole lot of hustle tonight. They come away with it. Ball in the corner and a timeout called by Andy Weaver. That'll be a full timeout. Now, I do stand corrected. That last timeout was called by Avon, so that was a timeout called by Plainfield. They will have 2 timeouts left. In game reset for you if you're just tuning in tonight on 98.9 FM WYRZ. I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn. We're coming to you live from Plainfield High School where the Quakers trail the Orioles of Avon 44-39. Avon is led by as many as 12. Plainfield has cut it to as close as 2. Plainfield has never led in the ball game.
Yeah, that's right. Certainly it's been a much better second half than first half for Plainfield. They started off, they were down by double figures for much of the second quarter, clawed their way back. They've gotten to within 1, but never gotten over that hump. So let's see in this last 3:08 if they can, finally do it. Our
good friend from the Hendricks County Flyer has let me know that they are now 10 of 22 from the foul line tonight as Plainfield. So you're down by 5. You missed 12 free throws. There's the story.
God, if they just made half of those that they missed, they would be in the lead right now by 1.
But they still got plenty of time and only down 5 points. So 3:08 to play. Let's see what Plainfield can do off the inbound. There it is. It'll come to Motter. Motter with it. Flips it off. Over to Crawford. To Ellis. Ellis with it. Looking. On the wing. Takes it to the center of the floor. Now comes right side to Hufford. Hufford a 3. It's good!
Got it!
Hufford nails the 3. And with 2:50 to play in the ball game, now pass back the other way. It's up. It's good for 2. Clifton for 2 as Plainfield fell asleep on defense that time. The lead is 4, 46-42.
Boy, I tell you, fundamentals, the free throw shooting, the awareness, and the passing.
Ellis takes it to the block. Shot up and in off the glass for 2. 46-44. Quickly back the other way again. Clifton beats everybody back. Missed the layup. Plainfield can tie the ball. Ball stripped away on the floor to into Clifton, up and in for 2. That was Crowder who got it to Clifton.
Boy, fundamentals. Something that, win or lose, you can bet that Coach Weaver's going to be working on with these guys. They've just made too many inept plays, with errant passes. And
there's a 3 from Motter, no good. Rebound out of there to Crowder. And now Avon with the lead and the ball, and they can run some clock here with 1:49 to go in the contest.
Yeah, especially with no shot clock.
Avon holds the ball. Loudon with it. Left side. Dribbling. Now comes over, nearly stolen away.
Pass.
Griffin has it. Griffin dribbling. Right side. Near the top of the key. Over to Short. Short. Dribbles through the penetration. Lost the handle on it, and they'll say off Avon. Oh, no, I'm sorry, off Plainfield. It'll be Avon ball, and now we're going to get a couple of substitutions. 1:20 to go.
They're going to have to do something because, like I said, they don't have to shoot.
There's the inbound. Inbound coming.
So 1:20 to go here.
Long lob in to Griffin. Griffin to oh boy, he wanted to shoot that. Takes it to the hole, and it's up, and it's no good, and a foul, and it'll be 2 free throws coming up for Crowder.
1:14 to go. I'll tell you, it's sort of like, the opposite of, what happened in the first game. As long as, Avon hits their free throws the rest of the way, they're probably going to hang on. But he missed that one.
Missed the first free throw. One more coming now.
So regardless, it's going to be a 2-possession game after this shot. So the Quakers very much in it, but they're going to have some urgency on offense. They don't have to rush a shot, but they, don't want to, use 30 seconds either.
Missed them both. Loose ball pulled out of there by Kurkowski.
Minute 4 now.
Spin move. Kurkowski to the hole.
Got it!
To go, and the foul.
They can cut it to 1 again. Exactly a minute to go. So now they're just going to have to, buckle down on defense, not make any mistakes, and get the ball back, and probably foul if you don't get a steal. And as he hits the
free throw,
16 points for Kurkowski now.
48-47 the score. 50 seconds to play. Avon with the ball. 1 point lead. Clifton to the hole, flips it in the corner, 3 ball, no good, rebound, Clifton to Griffin, off his hands, comes back to Short, 40 seconds to go now.
Boy, he nearly stepped on the midcourt line.
Avon restarts the offense, takes it in, loose ball stolen, it's on the floor, and a jump ball, and the possession arrow will favor Avon.
29 seconds to go. So Oh, man, the referee just poked Brins when he was pointing in the direction of the Avon, and we got a timeout.
Timeout is called. We've got 29 seconds to go. Avon with the lead in the ball, 48-47.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
now Avon asking where they're going to inbound the basketball.
What a game we've got here. It looked for a while like Avon was going to run away with it. Now it's anybody's game here. But the Quakers have to come through on defense. And if they don't get a something in the next 5 or 10 seconds, like a steal or a missed shot or something, they're going to have to foul. So that, they'll have some time to get a decent shot off. And keep in mind, if they do foul and Avon hits both free throws, it's still a one-possession game. You can still come down and tie with a 3. So, anyway, the fans here have gotten more than their money was worth, especially those who got here early enough to see one or two of the other games. So, what a great value high school sports is. And the song they're playing, Michael Jackson's Thriller, very appropriate because this game has been nothing short of a thriller. What a way to start the season here and start Thanksgiving weekend for us.
All right, here we go. Inbound. Griffin looking, struggling, can't find anyone, calls a timeout, and that is it for Avon. They have no more timeouts left. Very heads-up play, though, by Andrew Griffin, realizing he did have the one timeout left.
Well, hopefully for Avon next time, he'll forget and do a Chris Webber. And
so a full timeout. Again, we do remind everybody, our next broadcast on WYRZ will be Saturday night as Avon hosts Mooresville. Speaking of WYRZ, starting next Monday, December the 7th, we start the Pit Stop Barbecue and Grill Hendricks County Sports Show. Every Monday from 8 to 9, we're talking with student athletes, players, and administrators from throughout Hendricks County.
The Pit Stop, I've been trying to get for years. Well,
all right, so here we go. Rob Kendall along with my good friend Lex Zorn coming to you live tonight from Plainfield High School. There's the inbound, short, back to Griffin. Griffin, the ball stolen away by
the lead.
West. West gets it, picks it up, and
He's
now
fouled.
a timeout called by Andy Weaver. 22 seconds to play, and Plainfield can take the lead.
Yeah, I thought they actually fouled, but oh well. Nevertheless,
22 seconds to go. 48-47 the score. And boy, it's been a great debut. Game night in Hendricks County on 98.9 FM WYRZ.
yeah, great start to the season. And I'll have to get over to the Pit Stop to see the show.
Yeah, we well, of course, be talking sports with you and
Yeah.
and our other friends, our other commentators that watch and observe high school sports. That's what we'll be doing.
That's right, yeah. So a great host you got there. And
So here we go. Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn.
1 point lead there for Avon, 48-47, 22.1 seconds to go. The Quakers have trailed ever since it was 3-0. They pulled within one a couple of times. Now let's see if they finally get over the hump. All that matters is that you're leading when the clock hits 0.
Ball comes right side. Flips it off over to Kurkowski on the left wing. Kurkowski with it. Dribble, spin move. Lost the handle on it.
Got a
and
foul.
Foul called by Plainfield.
Now, it's not over yet. Keep in mind, even if he hits both free throws, it'll still be a 3-point game. So you got, nearly 10 seconds to come down and hit a game-tying 3. So nobody go home yet.
So here we go.
And now got Avon on the line.
First throws up. No
good.
And this is Short shooting the 2 free throws.
Short leads the team in scoring with 12, but even if he hits this one, Even if he hits this one, it's still only a 2-point game. A lot of noise here. He hit it. So 13 points for Andrew Short
Hufford
now.
has it. Runs it across the 10-second line, and a timeout called by Plainfield. Their final timeout, 6 seconds to go. 49-47 the score.
Wow. All right, barn burner of a finish here. So if you're Coach Weaver, who do you give the ball to?
Well, I think either you're obviously Kurkowski or Hufford or Benz if he's in, or Brenz, I'm sorry. I think I've been the three really go-to guys that are still remaining because obviously Bezeau has fouled out of the ball game.
Yeah, and being that they're not a good, long-range shooting team, you got to think they're going to go for inside to tie rather than trying to go for a game-winning three. Yeah, I've been wrong many times before, believe me, but it seems like that would be the logical thing to do here. It's just to go for the tie, play for overtime, and go into the overtime. And if this game does go into if this game does go into overtime, certainly the Quakers will be going in with the momentum.
All right, here we go. 6 seconds to play. West to throw it in. West struggling, it's in the backcourt, loose ball, knocked out of bounds, off.
Yeah, it
Short.
was off his legs, but now only 4.2 seconds to go. Nevertheless, outstanding defense there.
So now Plainfield will throw it in. They got to go the length of the court now is the only issue.
Yeah, so that's going to make it tough to set up, an easy.
There's the inbound. It comes to Motter. Motter throws it up. It is no good. He threw it up from half court. It was no good, and it hit off the side of the rim. And boy, what a great game we had here tonight. On the debut of Sports Night in Hendricks County on 98.9 FM WYRZ. Leck, I'd be curious to get your thoughts.
Yeah, certainly it was a game that was very winnable for the Quakers. They played much better in the second half, and really almost got over the hump. The bottom line, too many missed free throws, too many mental mistakes. You erase those, and the good news is you got 19 games to polish that up for the tournament. But yeah, certainly, disappointment. It's going to be a long 9 days till, they return here to play Whiteland a week from Friday. But still, good effort to come back in the second half, and a lot of rough edges to polish, but some good things to feel good about, especially making a good run in the second half.
Okay, well, we're going to take a quick pause and thank our underwriters again, and then we will be back to wrap up our broadcast tonight. You're listening to Hendricks County High School basketball on 98.9 FM WYRZ.
Plainfield Indian Avon since 2013. They're located at 140 Perry Road in Plainfield. Hendricks County Estate Buyers, on the corner of Odell and East Main Street in Brownsburg, buys gold, silver, coins, and more. They also deal in complete estate and household liquidations. More information can be found at HendricksCountyEstateBuyers.com or by calling Justin at 286-3652. Impact Restoration, providing restoration for fire, flood, wind, and hail damage. Their phone number is 268-6375. Presswick Pet Sitters has provided in-home pet care for over 20 years in Plainfield, Avon, and Danville. Their website is PresswickPetSitters.com and phone number is 745-9900. Raymond's Alignment Service, auto and truck repair center since 1995, is located at 3828 Clarks Creek Road in Plainfield. Their phone number is 838-7112. Rockstar Pizza is located at 922 East Main Street in Brownsburg. Their phone number is 858-1188. Rockstar Pizza has pizzas, oven-baked subs, wings, salads, and more. A menu can be found at their website, rockstarpizza.net. Rockstar Pizza is a proud supporter of Hendricks County High School basketball. Stoops Buick and GMC in Plainfield on Highway 267 is also a proud supporter of this Plainfield basketball broadcast. Westside Plumbing, Heating and Air offers residential heating and air conditioning maintenance, repair, and replacement. Their phone number is 445-8399. More information can be found at westsideplumbing.net. Westside Plumbing, Heating and Air is a supporter of WYRZ Community Radio. For more than 2 decades, Wicker Construction has handled building, remodeling, and insurance repairs. Their phone number is 839-8353. Wings Etc. is located at 1818 East Main Street in Plainfield. Their menu can be seen at wingsetc.com. Their phone number is 406-3250.
Back here on 98.9 FM WYRZ, I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn, wrapping up tonight's broadcast as the Plainfield Quakers fall in the season opener to the Avon Orioles in an exciting 49-47 contest. Leck, I'd be curious to get your final thoughts on tonight's game.
Well, certainly a hard-fought game, a very exciting game, great way to start the season. My
bad. Engineer mistake there.
That's okay. That's okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a opening night glitch. I had a few myself at the camera, but anyway, certainly a disappointing first half for Plainfield. But they did, make some adjustments at halftime, came back strong in the second half. If they can just get down the turnovers and the mental mistakes, take advantage of their superior size onside limit, their superior size inside limit teams to one shot. I think they're going to win a lot of games. I think they are going to have their first winning season since 2009. One thing you also like to see, you got a lot of balance tonight. Max Krakowski led the way with 16 points. Then you had Jarrett Hefford with 8. Connor Brins had 6. Gavin Bizu had 7. And then Bryson Ellis 6. Keegan Motter 2. And Reese Crawford 2. So you like to see where you don't have one particular guy who the opponents can clamp down on. And then the fact that you've got, those 3 really good-sized guys inside, that's going to give you a definite inside advantage over most teams. So you just have to take advantage of it, take high percentage shots, and you got to hit your free throws. That was also an Achilles heel for them tonight. So cut down the turnovers, cut down the free throws, and I think, you're going to have a winning team this year for Plainfield.
All right, well, that is going to do it for us tonight. Special thanks to Leck for coming out, doing a great job. Thanks to Shane Ray back in the Hendricks Power Cooperative Studios for pressing all of the buttons. And thank you to you for listening to our debut broadcast of Hendricks County High School basketball on 98.9 FM WYRZ. One final time, your score, Avon 49, Plainfield 47. For Lex Zorn, I'm Rob Kendall saying have yourself a great evening.
Good night.
You're listening to Hendricks County High School basketball on 98.9 WYRZ. Tonight's game has been underwritten by Presswick Pet Sitters, Raymond's Alignment Service, Wings Etc., Impact Restoration, Wicker Construction, El Cerrito, Stoops Buick and GMC in Plainfield, Heat and Cool of Danville, Ivy Tech, Dave Dan's Carpenter Realty, Blue River Pharmacy, Rockstar Pizza, and Westside Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. El Cerrito